Press report says we are at stage 3, paragraph page 204.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
and
yes.
our last headword was both newer type of lesson.
Mm.
Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready?
It's okay,
Okay, here we
please.
go. Did you call anybody on your mobile phone yesterday? Did you call anybody on your mobile phone yesterday? Yes or no?
Yes, I called
Somebody on my
somebody
mobile
on
phone
my mobile
yesterday.
phone yesterday.
Greg, did you want to come to school today? Did you want to come to school today? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
wanted to come
wanted
to
to
come
come
to school
come
today.
school yes today.
Very good. Okay, can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Yes or no?
No, I
I
can't see any tree in
from
the
where
place
I'm sitting.
from where I'm sitting.
Very good. Do you live on a farm? Do you live on a farm? No, I don't
No,
live
I
on a
don't live
farm
in a farm. I'm living
in the city.
in the city.
Very
Yes.
good. What's the plural of sheep? What's the plural of sheep? The
The
plural of sheep
plural of
is
sheep
sheep.
is sheep.
Name some animals we can see on a farm. Name some animals we can see on a farm. On a
We
farm.
can we
Uh,
can see
a moment. On a farm,
on the
we can
farm.
see
On the
pigs.
farm with we
We
can
can
see
see
pigs,
pigs, cows, sheep,
cows, horses,
chickens, horses,
horses, and
etc.
sheep,
And sheep.
etc.
Very good. Like, is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? No,
No,
there
there
is
isn't the
peace
peace
between all the
between
countries
all
of
the
the world
countries
at the
of the
moment.
world at the moment.
Very good. Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? No, we
No, we
can't
can't
measure exactly
measure
the
exactly
quantity of
quantity of
water
the
in the
sea.
sea.
Quantity of
Quantity
the
of
water
water.
in the sea.
Very good. Is it necessary to study a lot if you want to learn a subject well? Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well? Yes,
Yes, I
it's
have to.
necessary
It's necessary
to
to
study a lot
study a
if we
lot
want to
if
learn
we
a
want to
subject well.
learn a subject well.
Very good. When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you pay by cash or by credit card? When you have a meal in the restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When I
When
have
I
a meal
have
in
a
a
meal
restaurant,
in a
I
restaurant,
generally
I
pay by.
generally pay by credit card.
And who takes the card from you? And who takes the card from you? The
A
waiter
waitress,
or
waiter,
waiter.
take, wait,
One
a
more.
waiter
The
or
waiter or waitress
waitress
takes
takes
the card from
the
me.
card from me.
Very good. Okay. If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? Yes.
Yes,
If you want
I
to go from here,
if you
if you
want
want
to
to go from
go
here
from here
to the
to
station,
the
you
station,
must go
you
along
must go
ABC
along
Street.
ABC Street.
Which streets do you walk along when you go home? Which streets do you walk along when you go home? I walk
I
along
walk along ABC
when
Street
I go
from
home.
when I go home.
Okay. Is there a white line along the road from there to the next town? Is there a white line along the road from there to the next town? Yes,
Yes,
there's a
there is a
white line
white line
along the road from
along
here
the road from
to the
here to
next
the
town.
next town.
Very good. Which is quickest way to the station from there? Which is the
Uh,
quickest way to the station from there? The quickest
uh,
way to the station uh,
ABC Street is
is
the
the quickest way
quick
to the
way
station
to
from here.
station from here.
Very good. Which is the best way to remember something very well? Which is the quickest way or the best way to remember something very well? The best way to
The best way
remember
to
something very
remember
well
something
is to
very
repeat
well is
it
to
often.
repeat often.
Very good. Do you know what way? Do you know the way from there to town by road? Do you know the way from there to town by road? Yes or no?
Yes, I know the road.
The way from here
Way here
to
to
town by road.
the town
By road.
by road.
Very good. What's the best way to learn a language? What's the best way to learn a language? The
The
best
best
way
way
to
to
learn a
learn a
language
language
is to
is
study a
to
lot
study a
and
lot and
repeat,
repeat
repeat,
and
and
repeat
repeat. Very
and
good.
repeat.
Very good. Okay. How often do you come here? How often do you come here? I come
I
here.
come here 5 times a week.
Very good. How often can you go to the cinema? How often can you go to the cinema? I go to the
I go to
cinema about
cinema about once a month.
how often do we live? How often do we live? We
I
only live
live only
once.
once.
Huh?
I only
We
live
only live
once.
once.
We only live once.
How often do you text your friends? How often do you text your friends? I text my
I
friends.
text my friend 10 times a day.
Very good. Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Yes,
Yes,
it's good for the
it's
health
good for
to
the
eat
health to
fresh
eat
fruit
fresh
and vegetables.
fruit and vegetables.
Which is healthier to have with our lunch, chips or salad? Which is healthier to have with our lunch, chips or salad? Salad is
Salad
healthier
is
to have
healthier
with
to
our
have
lunch
with our
than
lunch
chips.
than chips.
Right. Is it healthy to go to bed late every day? Is it healthy to go to bed late every day? No,
No,
it isn't
it is
healthy to go
healthy
to
to
bed
go to
late
bed late
every day.
every day.
It's
It's
unhealthy to go
unhealthy
to bed late
to go to bed
every
late
day.
every day.
Very good. 2 plus 2 equals 7. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Do you agree? No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
agree that 2
agree
plus
that
2
two plus
equals
two
7.
equals
I
7.
disagree.
I disagree.
Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? No,
No,
I don't agree that
don't
Paris
agree that Paris
is
is
an ugly
an
place.
ugly place.
Okay, I disagree.
I disagree.
Do you always agree with everything people say? Do you always agree with everything people say? No,
No, I
I
don't agree
say.
everything people say.
Sometimes I
Sometimes
agree,
I
and
agree, sometimes
sometimes
I
I disagree.
disagree.
Which is it right to say I agree or I'm agree? Which is it right to say I agree or I'm agree? It's right
It's
to
right
say
to
I
say
agree.
I agree.
Very good. 14 plus 80 equals 94. 14 plus 80 equals 94. What am I doing? You're adding
You are adding
14 and 80.
14 and 18.
Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together? Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together? No, it
No,
isn't
it's not.
complicated
It is
to
complicated
add
to
the numbers
add numbers
15 and
for
30
15
together.
and 30
It's
together.
simple.
It's simple.
What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? We sometimes
We
add milk
sometimes
and
add
sugar
milk and
to our
sugar
tea
to
and coffee.
our tea and coffee.
What do we add to a regular verb to form its past tense? What do we add to a regular verb to form its past tense? We add the
We
letters
add
ed
a letter the
to
ed
a
at
regular
the
verb.
end. The
What?
regular
One more.
verb
We add the letters
with the
ed
letter ed
to a regular
to
verb
a
to
regular
form
verb
its past tense.
for
To
past
form
tense
its past
to
tense.
form its past tense.
Very good. Can you jump over this table with both your feet together? Can you jump over this table with both your feet together? Yes or no?
No, I
I can't
can't
jump
jump
over
up
that table
over the
with
table
both my
with
feet
both
together.
my feet together.
Can you jump up and touch the ceiling? Can you jump up and touch the ceiling
No, I can't jump up
and
to touch
touch the ceiling?
the ceiling
Very good. Why not? Why not? Because the
because
ceiling is
it's
too high.
ceiling too high.
Very good. Can you jump as high as a house? Oh, can you jump as high as a house? No,
No,
I
I
can't
can't.
jump as
I
high
jump
as a
as
house.
high as my house.
Very good. Okay, next. What's this? What's this? It's the
It's
corner of the book.
it's the corner of the book.
Are you sitting in the corner of your room? Are you sitting in the corner of your room? Yes or no?
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not sitting
sitting in
at
the
the corner
corner
of the sea
of
of
my
the
room.
room.
Very good. Can you sit at the corner of a round table? Can you sit at the corner of a round table?
No,
No,
I
I
can
can't
sit
sit
at
at
the
the
corner
corner.
of the round table
Why not? Why not? Because a
because
round
corner
table
round table
has no.
have no corner.
Very good. Okay, where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're
I'm
standing at the
standing at
corner
the
of the
corner
table.
of the table.
Where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're
I'm
standing
you are
in the
standing at the
corner
corner
of the room.
of the room.
Very good. Okay, can we go by ship from Paris to Milan? Can we go by ship from Paris to Milan? No,
No,
we
we
can't
can't.
go
We
by
I
ship
can't go to by sea
from
from
Paris to Milan.
Paris to Milan
Why not? Why not? Because both
because they are
cities
both cities
are
are
inland.
inland.
Is a boat larger than a ship? Is a boat larger than a ship? No,
No,
a
boat
boat
is
isn't
larger
larger
than
a
a
ship.
ship.
It's smaller than a ship.
It's smaller than the ship.
Very good. Okay, and that's the end of our revision. Very good,
Yes,
very fast. Let's have new work.
yes,
Okay, repeat almost.
almost.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word almost is synonym of nearly. For example, nearly everybody in my country has a mobile phone. Or we can say, almost
Mm,
everybody in my country has a mobile phone.
mhm.
Let's practice. Are we
Okay.
almost at the end of the lesson? Are we almost at the end of the lesson? Yes or no?
No,
We
we
aren't
aren't
almost at the
almost
end of the
at
lesson.
the end of the lesson.
Do almost or does almost everybody in your country have a mobile phone? Does almost everybody in your country have a mobile phone? Yes,
Yes,
almost
almost
everybody in my
everybody in
country
my country
has a mobile
has a
phone.
mobile phone.
Very good. Next, repeat. Desk,
That's
office,
office.
job,
Sorry,
job.
a job.
Very good. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
A desk is almost the same as a table. Okay, but we
Yeah.
use desk for working or for
Mm,
studying,
mm,
while we use table for eating and like playing cards or doing anything. We
yeah.
generally see people sitting at desks in offices and classrooms.
Mm,
An office is a noun. It is a room where a person goes to work.
mm,
Job means work. For
mm.
example, it's easier to get a good job in my country if you speak English. In some jobs, people can work from home instead of going to an office. Like work from home. Let's practice.
Yes.
Where do we generally see people sitting at desk? Where do we generally see people sitting at desk? We generally see
We can see the people
sitting at desk
sitting at the
in
desk in
offices and
offices and
classrooms.
classrooms.
In some jobs, can people work from home instead of going to an office? In some jobs, can people work from home instead of going to an office? Yes, in
Yes.
some
In
jobs,
some
people
jobs,
can work
people
from
can
home
work from home
instead of
instead
going
of
to an office.
going to an office.
Right? Is it easier to get a good job in your country if you speak English? Is it easier to get a good job in your country if you speak English? Yes,
Yes.
it's easier
It's
to get a good job
easier to
in
get
my
job
country
in my
if you
country
speak English.
if you speak English.
Very good. Next, repeat. Start.
Start.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word
Yeah.
start is a verb. It means to begin. Start to begin. For
Mm.
example, our lesson begins at 8:30 p.m. Or we can say our lesson starts at 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
Let's practice. When
Yes.
does next season start? When does next season start? Next
The
season
next season will
starts on the
start
month of
on the month of the September.
September. Well, good. Next season starts. Next
Next
season
season
starts
start
on the month of
on
September.
the month. Oh, okay. The next season starts a month of September.
Very good. Okay. Next, repeat. Birthday.
Yes. Birthday.
Very good. Okay, listen.
Yes.
Birthday is a noun. For example, my birthday is on the 25th of March. We say happy birthday to people on their birthday. Okay, let's practice. When's your birthday? When's your birthday? My birthday's on
My
the
birthday on the 11th
of
of October.
October. Very good.
Mm.
What do we say to people on their birthday? What do we say to people on their birthday? We say happy
We
birthday
say
to
happy
people
birthday to
on
the
their
people
birthday.
on their birthday.
Very good. Next, repeat. Hi.
Hi,
Meet.
meet.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
How are you?
Very good. Okay, listen. When we meet a friend, we can say hi. And then, how are you? How's it going? Or how are you doing? When we meet somebody for the first time, we can say hello, nice to meet you, and shake hands with them. Okay, let's practice. What can we say when we meet a friend? What can we say when we meet a friend? When we meet a friend,
When we meet a
we
friend,
can
we can
say, hi,
say
how are you?
hi and how are you?
What can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? What can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? When we meet
When
somebody
we meet
for the first
somebody
time,
for the
we can
first
say
time, we
hello,
can say
nice to
hello,
meet you,
nice to meet
and
you,
shake
and
hands
shake
with them.
hands with them.
Very good. When you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? When you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? Yes or no?
Oh no,
When I go
when
to
I will
meet
go to
somebody,
meet
I don't
somebody,
always
I don't
arrive early.
always go
S-
arrive
Sometimes
early.
I
Sometimes
arrive
I
early,
arrive early,
and
and
sometimes I
sometimes
arrive
I
late.
arrive late.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Bring,
Bring,
take.
pick.
Very good. Okay, listen. The difference between bring and take is that bring means carry here, bring,
Hmm.
whereas
Yeah.
take means carry there.
Hmm.
For example, when you come to school, you bring your book with you from home. When you go home after the lesson, you take the book with you to your home.
Yes.
Let's
When
practice.
I uh,
What's the difference between bring and take? What's the difference between bring and take?
the
The
difference
difference
between
between
the
bring
take
and
between
take
the bring take is
is that
bring means
bring means
that
carry
need
here,
to carry here,
whereas take
whereas
means
the take
carry
means
there.
carry there.
Very good. Okay, next, give me a sentence with the word bring in it. Give me a sentence with the word bring in it, please. I bring my bag to the lesson.
Uh,
I bring my bag. Okay.
I,
I
I,
bring
I
my bag
bring
to
my
the
bag
lesson
to the
with me.
lesson with me.
Give me a sentence with the word take in it. Give me a sentence with the word take in it, please. I take my bag
I take
home
my
with
bag
me
home
after the
with me
lesson.
after the lesson.
Very good. Do you bring a pen with you to school? Do you bring a pen with you to school? Yes or no?
Yes, I bring my pen to the
With
school.
with me to school.
With me to the school.
Very good. Do you take this book home with you after the lesson? Do you take this book home with you after the lesson? No,
Yes,
I don't. No,
no, I
I
don't.
don't take
I
that
don't
book
take
home
that book
with me
home
after
with
the
me
lesson.
after the lesson
Why not? Why not? Because it isn't
because
mine.
it is mine. Oh,
It isn't
it
mine.
is mine. It is the mic. Okay, understood.
Very good. Do you bring any food with you to school? Do you bring any food with you to school? Yes or no?
Yes,
I bring
yes.
some food
Bring some
with me
food
to
with me
school.
to the school.
Do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Yes or no?
Yes, I bring my camera go
With
on
me.
holiday
One more.
with me.
Yes, I take a
I
camera
take
with
a
me
camera with
when
me
I go on
when I
holiday.
go on a holiday.
What do you bring with you to school? What do you bring with you to school? I bring my
I bring my books
with me to school.
with me to school.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Quite.
Quite.
Very good. Okay, listen. Quite is an adverb. For example, I don't go to the cinema very often. I go to the cinema quite often. Let's practice. Do you speak English quite well? Do you speak English quite well? Yes,
No,
yes, I speak
yes, I
English
speak English
quite
quite
well.
well.
Do
Well,
you, do you go to the cinema quite often? Do you go to the cinema quite often? Yes or no?
no,
Don't
I
go
don't
to the cinema
go to
very
cinema
often.
quite often.
Quite often. Very good. Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? I
I
think
think
learning
studying
English
English,
is
learning English is
quite.
very difficult.
No, but you're good at it. It's easy.
It's easy.
That's the easiest language.
Mm.
Very good.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, really?
Okay. Next, repeat. Pure,
Yeah, you're
impure.
pure.
Very good. Okay. Listen. Pure. The word pure is an adjective. It means clean or not put in one place with some other things, not mixed together. For
Mm.
example, pure water. It means no mixture. Pure wine. It means no water in it. Impure is the opposite of pure. For
Mm.
example, the wine we buy in the shops isn't always
Mm.
pure. Sometimes
Mm.
it's impure.
Mm.
Okay, let's practice.
Okay.
Is pure water bad for the body? Is pure water bad for the body? No.
No,
Pure
the
water
pure
isn't
water
bad
isn't
for the
bad
body.
for the body.
It's good for the body.
It's good for the body.
Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? No. The
No,
wine we buy in the
we
shops
buy in the shop
isn't
isn't
always pure.
always pure.
Sometimes it's pure,
Sometimes it's
and
impure.
sometimes
Sometimes it's pure.
and
Sometimes
it's
unpure.
it's
It's
impure.
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 Very good. Next, repeat. Promise.
Mm.
More. Promise.
Promise.
Very good. Okay, listen. Promise is a verb. To promise means to tell someone that you will do something, or you will give them
Mm.
something, or buy them something. For example, I promise to give you money if you did well in your exam. I don't always do what I promise to do. Okay, so let's
Okay.
practice. Do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not give it? Do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not give it? Yes or no?
No,
I never
I
promise to
never
give
promise.
something to
I
somebody
give something to
and then not
somebody
give it,
and then not
and
uh
then not
not
give it.
and then not give it.
Very good. Do you always do what you promise to do? Do you always do
Mm.
what you promise to do? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
always do what I
promise
promise
do.
to do.
I promise to do.
Very good. Next, repeat. Polite.
polite,
impolite,
impolite.
adult,
Sorry,
adult, like
adult,
adult, and
uh,
then teenager.
teenager.
Very good. Okay, listen. The
Yep.
word polite and impolite are adjectives. To be pleasant to someone is polite. To be unpleasant to someone is impolite. I'm an adult. My sister is 19 years old. She's a teenager. Teenagers are between 13 and 19. Another example is teenagers aren't generally more polite than adults. They're less polite than adults. Let's practice. Are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? Are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? Yes or no?
No, no.
Waiters and
Waiter and
waitresses aren't
waitress are
always polite
not always
to
polite
people in
to
restaurants.
people in the
Sometimes
restaurant.
they're polite
Sometimes they are
and
polite, and
sometimes they're
sometimes they
impolite.
are impolite.
Are teenagers generally more polite than adults? Are teenagers generally more polite than adults? No.
No,
Teenagers aren't
teenager is
generally
are
more
generally
polite than
more polite
adults.
than
They're
adults.
generally less
They're
polite
generally
than
less
adults.
polite than adults.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Yes. Okay.
Very good. Okay, so our reading starts at stage 3, paragraph page 178. The last
170.
the last headword was
170.
nice.
Uh, nice.
And then start with the
Okay.
second question, which is the nicest part of
17.
your time?
Okay. 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 Okay.
178.
Oh, nice. Okay. Is the weather nicer today than yesterday? Yeah, the weather nicer today than yesterday. Which is the nicest part of this town? Uh, uh, the city center is the nicest place, nicest part of this town.
Very good.
Are you always nice to other people? Yes, I'm always nice to other people. Oh, next page.
Mhm.
Okay. The
179. Past.
one, yes, past tense ago. I was, you are, you are, you were, you were. He was, they were. She was, they were. It was, they were. What's the past tense I am, you are, and he is, etc. The past tense of I am is I was, and you were is you are is you were. He is he was. Was I here? What 2 weeks? 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago? Yes, you were here 2 weeks ago. Were you here 2 weeks ago? Yes, I was here 2 weeks ago. Where were you at this time yesterday? I was at the home at this time yesterday. Were you in this room last week? Yes, we were in this room last week. Were they here 2 lessons ago? Yeah, lessons ago. Yes, they were here 2 lessons ago. The road tree to connect. What's the difference between a road and a street? The difference between a road and a street is that a road is generally in the country and connects two towns, whereas a street is a town in a town and generally has shop in it. Do you live in a road or a street? I live in a street. A line. What this is a line? Are there a lot of line on old person face? Yes, there are a lot of lines on an old person face. Trait, crooked, bottle,
Omar. Crooked.
whiskey, crooked, cricket,
Crooked. Very
crooked, cricket. Is this a crooked line? No, it isn't a crooked line. It's a straight line. Is the road between
New York and
New
California.
York and California straight? No, the road between New York and California is straight. It's crooked.
It's crooked.
After after the cricket.
Very good.
After drinking a bottle of whiskey, can people walk in a straight line? No, after drinking a bottle of whiskey, people can't walk in a straight line. They walk in a crooked line.
Very good.
It's
Okay. So we stop there
ABC.
for today, but very good. Very good reading, very good dictation, and very good practice for today.